Everybody, and welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday morning, December the 2nd. Just a month left in this decade. Wow. Yeah, weird. Anyway, time once again for the mailbag. I hope you guys have had a great week, a great weekend. I hope that those of you here in the States who celebrated Thanksgiving had a great holiday, that you got to relax and eat good food with people that you like, as opposed to maybe people you didn't like so much. I know not everybody is that fortunate during holidays, but that's holidays, right? But anyway, we have a fairly modest haul this week. It's only 5 packages. There will probably be more next week because I'm getting back more of my hold mail from when I was gone over Thanksgiving week. But anyway, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot in the way of announcements beyond that. So let's not waste any more time and get into these books. Okay, this first one comes in from Tor. Okay, we're starting off with a bang this week. This is the arc for Lady Hotspur by Tessa Gratton. This is the sequel to The Queens of Innis Lear, which came out about a year and a half ago, I'm going to say. It was an all-female fantasy retelling of King Lear. And this comes out in January. The arc doesn't have an actual sell sheet in it. It doesn't print the actual date. I'm sure that will be incredibly easy to look up on Goodreads. But what can I say about this? Otherwise, strike fast, live hard, love hard, and live forever. This is the motto of Aramore's Lady Knights, sworn to protect the kingdom, the crown, and one another in that order. But after a bloody rebellion and regicide, 3 young knights deposed Heir Mora, reluctant new Prince Hal, and the infamous Wolf of Aramoria, Isarna Percy, are torn from everything they've ever held dear. One will turn to allies from afar, one will turn to the ghosts of the past, and one will turn to blood. All right, then. So Lady Hotspur, sequel to The Queens of Innis Lear, available in January. And next we have a little package from Random Penguin. And this is an arc from Ace. This is a book that comes out in April. What's the exact date here? April the 21st. It's by Christina Henry. It's called Looking Glass. And this is a collection of 4 of her Alice retellings in novella form. Christina Henry took one of our most treasured stories in a dark new direction with her Chronicles of Alice duology, Alice and Red Queen, a dark pastiche of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. The Chronicles of Alice developed a cult readership and became national bestsellers. Now Henry returns to the fan-favorite world of magicians and seers, the old city and the new, and beloved characters Alice and Hatcher in her new collection of novellas Looking Glass, April 21st. Next year, readers can revisit the magic and madness of Henry's Wonderland. In 4 novellas, Henry explores the dangers of Old City's busiest alleyways and the mountainside's remotest landscapes. She takes the reader to the past, the present, and hints at the future to come. And at the heart of each of these stories is Alice and Hatcher, the characters who captured our hearts on the first pages of Alice. Okay, so if you haven't read any of these, obviously, well, this now collects them, and it's a great place to start. So let's see, and pick up where we last left Alice and Hatcher at the conclusion of Red Queen, which came out in 2016. Okay. All right then, so Looking Glass, collecting 4 of Christina Henry's Alice novellas on April the 21st from Ace Books. Let me know in the comments. And next we have a little white envelope from Macmillan. Okay, this is one that I have been eyeballing, and I finally have it. Very happy to have this. This is the arc for a book called You Let Me In. The author is Camilla Bruce. And this is, it says, well, it's kind of a supernatural thriller. So kind of horror, or maybe it is horror, just for people who don't like to use the word horror, because it, But it goes like this. You're about to experience that excellent feeling of finishing a story that makes you immediately question your reality. The sort of story that blurs the line between fact and fairy tales, forcing you to reconsider even the smallest, most mundane details of your daily life. Camilla Bruce's debut, You Let Me In, comes out April the 21st. Is about to make you question why you ever stopped checking the closet for monsters before going to bed each night. All right, this thrilling gothic tale for a new age is every bit of Gone Girl meets The Haunting of Hill House. You Let Me In combines haunting mystery with otherworldly romanticism and ties it in a dark, sinister bow. Okay, Let's get to the synopsis here. Skip. Here we go. The story picks up after the mysterious disappearance of Cassandra Tipp, a notorious recluse and eccentric best-selling novelist. She's left behind no body, just her massive fortune, one final manuscript, and a set of instructions for her niece and nephew who wish to claim her fortune. Cassandra's disappearance is less than shocking to both her family and neighbors. She'd always been prone to flights of fancy, telling incredible stories ever since she was a child, and besides, there are enough bodies in her past. Her husband, Tommy Tipp, whose mysterious disembowelment has never been solved, and a few years later, the shocking murder-suicide of her father and brother. Yeah, it's a family with issues, I'm going to say. Cassandra Tipp will tell you a story, but it will come with a terrible price. What really happened out there in the woods, and who has Cassie been protecting all along? After personally falling in love with Cassie's story from this is the editor just being like, I love this, so I can't wait to hear what you think. Great. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this sounds like it's very lush and melodramatic. It really kind of pushes that edge of the, gothic-y thriller formula. But sounds like it'll be a fun read. Comes out April the 21st from Tor. You Let Me In. And moving on down the stack, Random Penguin. And here's another one I've been paying attention to. Very happy to have the arc for this. This is a book called The Last Human. The author is Zach Jordan. I believe it's a debut. And and it comes out from Del Rey on March the 24th. And it goes like this. The last human in the universe is on the run from a godlike intelligence in this rip-roaring debut space opera. Saria is the civilized galaxy's worst nightmare, a human. Most days, she doesn't feel like the most terrifying creature in the galaxy. Most days, she's got other things on her mind, like hiding her identity among the hundreds of alien species roaming the corridors of Water Tower Station, or making sure her adoptive mother doesn't casually eviscerate one of her neighbors again. Saria has almost accepted that she'll never know why or how all of humanity was eradicated. What that leaves her with, though, is a powerfully consuming desire to belong, one that she believes will never be fulfilled in a world without anyone like her, or even from her species. That is, until an encounter with a bounty hunter and a miles-long kinetic projectile leaves her life and her perspective shattered, thrown into the universe at the helm of a stolen ship, with the dubious assistance of a rebellious spacesuit, an android death enthusiast on his 60th lifetime, and a ball of fluff with an IQ in the thousands. Saria begins to uncover an impossible truth. What if humanity's death and her own existence are simply two moves in a demented cosmic game, one played out by vast alien intellects? Stranger still, what if these mad gods are offering Saria a seat at their table and a second chance for humanity? Okay. Comes out March 24th. The Last Human is at once sneakily brilliant and incredibly relatable, a gleefully oddball space opera debut that asks a fundamentally human question. What does it mean to belong? I can see how it's relatable. I hate it when I get chased across the galaxy by, vast alien intelligences. It really kind of messes with my schedule. Okay, right. Zach Jordan, debut novel, The Last Human. Sounds like it's, might have some C.J. Cherry influence with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. But it'll be out from Del Rey on March 24th. And for the final package this week, there hasn't been much this week, but it's been, kind of good stuff, right? This one is in from Hachette. And we wrap up this week with Crownbreaker. This is by Sebastian de Castell. And this is the 6th and, I think, final book in his Spellsinger series, which in the UK was marketed as YA. It's not being marketed as YA over here. So with 6 books in it, and I have them in my pile, I don't really know that I can provide a coherent synopsis of what the entire series is about. But again, I'm sure that would be very easy to look up on Goodreads. But Crownbreaker, book 6, this is a finished copy, so I'm going to assume that it is out now, or at least perhaps first week of December at the very latest, from Orbit Books. And there you have it. That's what we got this week in the mailbag. You guys know the drill. Light up those comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, and which you would like to see me prioritize for review. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please slam that like button, share the video far and wide with all of your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. If you haven't done so, that is how the channel grows. You can also support the channel at my TeePublic store and at my Patreon, where recruits into Wink's Army get little perks like getting to see some of these videos early. I want to thank all of those people for their additional support. I use my Patreon mainly to pay my channel artist, the guy who does all of my amazing thumbnails. If you would consider being part of that, it's only $2 a month, so go and hit the link and check that out. Otherwise, I want to thank all the rest of you for being the very best viewers in all of BookTube, and until I see you all next time, happy reading.